am Deepit and I'm from News in Shorts, and we are disrupting the way news is currently consumed. So the articles provided by the traditional media houses are long, and there are too many of them. And with 378 million smartphone users by 2016, and 37% of them reading news on their smartphone, that amounts to 140 million smartphone users reading news on their smartphones. There emerges a huge need for a smartphone app that helps you consume news on the go. Apart from that, in terms of the time spent on the smartphone reading news, we have found out that people are typically spending around 10 to 20 minutes a day reading news. So that is exactly the problem that we are trying to solve. We provide articles which are within 60 words, takes less than 30 seconds to read. It contains only the facts and no opinions, and that helps us deliver the top news of the day and get people updated within minutes. We follow a two-step process. We filter the news from all the sources using Google News and other platforms like Feedly, curate news to the top 50 articles, and then summarize them. We have an editorial team which summarizes them into 60 words. So the quality of content is definitely consumable as compared to the auto-summarization apps. Talking about competition, the closest competition right now we have is Yahoo News Digest, which is a moderated kind of app platform which was transformed from Sumly, which was an auto-summarization app. But Yahoo currently does 18 stories a day, and we are doing 50 stories a day. Apart from that, there are the apps by the traditional media houses, and who do not provide a very good UX for quick news consumption, and even the articles are also not short. And there are news aggregators like Google News and News Hunt, which provide a lot of news articles, but again, they are overwhelming. And there is a third category of apps like Sumly, which are auto-summarization apps, which doesn't really act as a point of consumption for news. Currently, we have around 27,000 plus downloads and more than 70% organic on Play Store. And we have tested a download rate per day of 500 plus, 50% organic and 50% through ad networks. Currently, we have around 14% daily active users and 38% weekly active users. The weekly active usage before we were sending notifications was around 28%, and since we have started out sending notification, it has kind of doubled up, which is according to what the industry standards say, that attention and weekly active usage doubles. We want to monetize through native advertising and sponsored content, but currently that is not our focus. The next 1 year, we'll be focusing on growth so that we can be out on all platforms and align our user experience to what we want to say, and then drive virality through that user experience. And the founding team behind this, we are a 3-member team. Azhar, he handles content and operations. I handle product and strategy, and Anuna handles technology. And we are all on leave from college. We have not completed our college, and most probably we'll be dropping out. If you think that we are disrupting news consumption, do reach out to us at contact@newsinshorts.com.
How do the owners of this content feel about their IP being consumed by you guys and you repurposing the content?
Yeah, so there are 3 aspects to it. First of all, we are covering only the facts of the news which are already in public domain. So that does not violate IP issues. Secondly, we write our own content, which might be aggregated from various sources. And thirdly, we give references to the articles which we have taken. So if anybody wants to read a complete view of the article, somebody is very interested, then he goes to the original content. That actually drives engagement for the original publisher. So it's an advantage for them than a disadvantage.
And is this largely focused on the Indian market?
Yeah, currently we are focusing on Indian market because we want to get the content and the growth processes right, and then we might go into other markets as well.
Do you worry about being a little bit late? You know, there's obviously people who've been around for a long time, like the Flipboards of the world that are summarizing content.
Yeah.
And also, do you feel like as people move to smartphones, video might capture more of their attention? So is that something you guys have thought about?
Yeah, initially we wanted to get our app live and obviously get the operations right. So definitely video will be a key part of the content, because what we are currently building is that if someone is interested in the summary, then what more could we provide him apart from the summary of the news? So it could be, suppose a video went viral and we just provided a summary and he wants to see the video, so we directly link him to the video and things like that. So we are currently building on how to drive the curiosity of a person if he's interested in the news, apart from the full article.
Why did you choose not to be the summary and to be the point of consumption? Which one do you think is a better option?
I think becoming the point of consumption is definitely a better option. First of all, because as Sumly, first of all, when we started last year, Sumly was there and people were telling us that, okay, you should become Sumly, you should do auto summarization. But the problem which we actually faced in our peer group, that people were not reading news because it was lengthy. And so we wanted to solve that problem, and auto summarization does not solve that problem. So if we become point of consumption of news, we become the layer between the media houses and the huge mass of population who are not news geeks, who want to just stay updated within 5 to 10 minutes a day. So that is the bigger market share which we are targeting.
Companies who have tried to do this in the past, some of them have got acquired very early on.
Yeah.
The technology is very interesting. It's something that people want to acquire. So what's your plan? Do you want to build it out for the long term, or you'd be happy, are you looking at a quick sale?
We want to solve the problem and get users to start using the app and genuinely solve the problem. Whatever way it happens, it happens. So we are not worried about.
Your efforts will be more on user acquisition than on the technology development.
Yeah, on user acquisition and solving the user's problem rather than building the technology. Just to give an example, Yahoo acquired Sumly, and they themselves are doing manual summarization right now. So that clearly shows that we were able to see 1 year back that auto summarization will not solve the problem which the users are facing.